I'm just going to do a very quick, hopefully, I do talk a lot, video about dresses. One of the friends on the Karmalek page has just inboxed me asking me how I make a simple dress. So if I just show you some of the dolls I've made so far and talk through what I did, maybe that'll help some of you ladies who might be struggling with making outfits for your first doll. Okay, so if you just look down here, I'm going to start with my first doll that I made, which is Eleanor. Now, I followed the pattern with Eleanor, and she's got a very simple little dress, which if I pull her outfit up here, if you see in there, it's just a simple gathered top. This was made out of one long piece of fabric, which I hemmed top and bottom. I then made a channel through the top. I added lace, a little bit of hand beading, and then I slipped that on the doll and gathered up the ribbon inside the top of the dress. That has just created that whole dress set. Oh, look, she's got little knickers on. And a tutu underskirt, of course. So I just went ahead and did that. It's a very simple single long panel. According to the instructions, I think it was 19 centimetres by 60 centimetres. And then hemmed top and bottom, created a channel like you would if you were doing a neck curtain or something, popped a bit of ribbon through it and put it on top. Then the coat, which was also in the pattern that you got for the first doll, was the pattern pieces. I lined mine, and then it does, these clothes are not meant to be interchangeable, so the sleeves are made separately, put onto the arm, and then sewn onto the clothes. It's not sewn onto the doll. The arm is not on the doll, as you'll see there. It's on the clothes instead. So if you did want to change your outfits, you'd basically make an outfit with arms for each outfit that you made for a doll. So that's Eleanor, and that was my first doll, and that was the simple dress style. Then we move on to Molly, who's my second doll, and Molly, everything on her is completely self-drafted. So there was no patterns with this one, apart from maybe the shoe pattern, but I self-drafted the spats. I did an underskirt with a little belt buckle. I did a lacy blouse, and I did a wraparound. Now this dress would come off if you wanted it to, because the arms are attached to the blouse. Now if you look carefully at this dress, if I turn her around here, you'll see how I've constructed her. Hopefully it's a crossover dress. It's just completely self-drafted. I've got one here which I made far too small as a practice run, and what I did was I had two pieces. I actually made three pieces when I made this one, but you could do it as just in a single piece. Two pieces the same, sewed them together inside out, left a channel for turning. Sorry, my dog's just interrupting. And then if you can see how it would work, if you had the doll at the front, this would fit a Barbie, and little either snaps or just sew it together with little decorative buttons. So one over and then one over again. Excuse me. And that creates the crossover at the back, so you can have a nice frilly underskirt, and then it looks a plain pinafore dress at the front, and that's exactly what I did there. Crossover little dress, very simple. I do have some template pieces that I created for this one, because I created it in three pieces. So let me grab those very quickly. That was the front of the pinafore dress, and sorry about this, I seem to have misplaced my side. It's here somewhere. I could draft it and share it if needs be, but it is very simple. If you just look at the size of your doll, figure out, allow for seam allowance, make it a little bit bigger, and then your side panel is just going to be, if you want a bit of decorative detail, or you could just have it straight. You don't have to do all this scalloping. That obviously makes it a little bit more hard work. And there's the scalloped side. So what you do is you sew the three pieces together, one there, and then sew those and do a lining and an outside, put them together, leave the bottom open, So all the way around the edge, leave the bottom open, turn it inside out and then top stitch it. That would be how you made that dress. Very simple, but it looks really effective. I added a little bow which I just hand stitched to the sides there to add like a little belt detail, but you could stick a nice little pinny on it, make it look very Victorian that way if you wanted to. My third doll, which has not gone public yet because it's for my sister's birthday, and it's her birthday today, and this represents her. This is very her, this doll. She's a swimming instructor, her favourite colour is turquoise, and she loves dragonflies. So I've made this for her. She's very sporty, always has been. So this is a very simple top. If you look here, the arms are attached to the clothing instead of the doll as usual. She's got these little wet look leggings and matching leg warmers. So this was just a bodice part, 2 pieces exactly the same. I added ribbing to the top and bottom, so it was like just 2 like oblong pieces with ribbing top and bottom sewn together, and then the sleeves added onto it and the hood hand stitched onto it. I've got templates for those things. I can share them if you want, but really it depends on the size doll you're making, whether you're making a 14-inch or an 8-inch, for you to be able to figure out your sizes. It's quite simple. All you have to do is really eyeball it, stand it up against it, see if it looks about the right size, sort of hold it up against the doll, wrap it round. You can do it. It's not hard at all, but the first and most easy one to do is the long single panel dress. I hope that's helped a little bit. They're my first 3 dolls, and they're the outfits I've come up with so far. I will try and share patterns as I can. I haven't officially drafted, they're just literally on pieces of paper, so I'd have to draft them up onto A4 and work out the sizes to make sure that you could print it straight off an A4 sheet and it would work with the 14-inch doll, because I've not made an 8-inch yet, which I will be doing. But good luck and have fun.